Well, here I am working on this rather shortened video. Computer's not working quite as well as I would have hoped, but we do have 9 minutes and 49 seconds to communicate with the spirit of Danny Casolaro, who I made contact with a little while ago out of a great interest in the Netflix doc, The Octopus Murders, and that's certainly ripping through the internet. I've seen several interviews already with Christian and Zachary on the journey of making this documentary. And I would recommend it. Of course I would recommend it. If you're interested in the reality of conspiracies rather than the mainstream myth that they don't exist or are much inflated, this will be of interest to you. And Danny certainly wants to say a little something here. And, this is, for those of you who do not know, I do spirit contacts a lot, have done many over the years, many, and look at my channel to see more. So this is not unusual for me, although it may seem, if you're attracted from the headlines, to be a little, hey, that's weird. But it's not for me, and any other psychic medium either. But let's see. Danny, you're there, and I apologize for keeping you waiting so long. Thank you, Gord. I've been with you as you rewatched episodes 3 and 4 to get in the mood. Yes, he's right, I did. And first of all, I want to thank Christian and Zachary for doing such a great job in tying up as many loose ends as they could. And as we can see from the ending, there's even more to come for you folks on Earth. For me, now that I'm well adjusted to life in the afterlife, after a number of, how shall we say, quote unquote, time where I was very frustrated and angry that my inquiry had been ended so violently by those who wished me gone and out of the way. I'm now quite settled in the afterlife, and I understand not only my own motivations and obsessions, but the motivations and obsessions of others. Some of those who lied to me, exaggerated their importance, set me up in a number of ways, whether they were doing it honestly or deceptively. And as you can see from the great documentary, there were both. Some of those people are actually here in the heaven worlds, and I have interacted with them a little bit. Once you get to know the setup here, and you realize that, hey, it's just not me and a bunch of other dead people. There's loads of other people coming, including some of the ones that, were the bad boys and girls in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Some of them are remorseful. Others are still braggarts. Obsessed with the power that they managed to achieve, annoyed at the wealth they had and have lost. Some are still in the mode of the hero who defends the interests of his country, and others are in the, well, I sure beat the pants off the authorities, didn't I? And as one of the initial researchers after me, Cheri Seymour, says, after a while you realize it's a game. And you can decide for yourself how much you want to get involved in the game, how much you want to go down that rabbit hole and find connection after connections in the shadowy underworld beneath our feet as we live the, how shall I say, normal life of individuals and families and careers and children. So, yes, it's a cosmic game. Cheri Seymour is so right. It took me quite some quote-unquote time in the afterlife to realize that. You look down at the world, the earth, the societies, and see how everyone takes a stance based on, their attachment to their egos, their attachment to their families, their attachment to the security of their country as portrayed by the propaganda of that country, their attachment to the notion of enemies, and also enemies that can be bought off and dealt with. And I played my part in that game as the questing knight, the hero, the one who tilts at windmills and tries to bring down the manipulators of corruption and the pawns that go along with them for their own small benefit. Anyway, I'm rattling on here. I want to thank Zachary and Christian for a marvelous job. I know there's going to be more, and I sense you're going to commit to doing the next part as honestly and creatively as you can. And I certainly wish you well. I played my part, and I made a rather rapid exit, which I could have anticipated, and in some dreams I did. I saw somebody was going to knock me off. Was it going to be in a car accident, quote unquote? Was it going to be in a poisoned drink? Was it going to be any number of schemes that those who serve the shadowy intelligences of many countries, not just America? I could see it was going to happen, but I was on a crusade and I was not going to give up. And in some ways I haven't given up yet, although I do enjoy the pleasures and joys of paradise. Let me tell you, they're all here. And some of those bad boys are enjoying them too. It's all about how you play the game, and some of them are remorseful, some are in denial. They think they're worthy because they thought they were playing the great game for their country, for security in what they would think of as the Cold War times. Anyway, it's still going on now, as we can see. I can see from here, just as you can see from there. And I ask you, no, don't worry so much. Enjoy the game. Watch how it plays out. Don't deny yourself that intellectual and moral pleasure. Know that love exists beyond all of that and will bring you here eventually, just like me and everyone else. And I will have more to say, but Gordon tells me that's it for now. So long.